Tuesday, D-Day, June 6th, 2017. I am Donovan CD. Tay the Wild Wilder. And D, don't take no mess. Coulter is in the house, and we're going to do a special radio edit of the special election District 4 tonight. Reporting has not come in. Tay will be monitoring the results as they come in. So if you're tuning in and listening, please let us know how you feel, what's going on, and what is happening, and what's your opinion. A lot happening. Yesterday, MV Gordy, once again, the Batman and the Dark Knight of the city, has scooped everybody once again and broke once again what we've been saying all along about this kid who has a very nefarious background and is willing to sell his soul based on whatever he can get and however he can get it. Indeed, we're going to talk about the ramifications of having that kind of attitude a little bit later. But let's go ahead and get started. And Tay, how are the results looking so far?
Nobody's reporting anything right now.
Okay.
It's all 0%.
0%. And so how are you doing this week? Everything good? I understand you're going to be going to Mexico and all that good stuff like that.
No, maybe. I don't know.
You know. Wait. Your baby boy is graduating tomorrow? Or is it Friday? Thursday. They're doing Thursday. He's got his stuff. You got your balloons and everything. Stop at the dollar store, get your balloons and stuff, all this like that.
I can't deal right now.
You just want to talk about it. He is growing up. And there's nothing wrong with that. So.
No, I'm good with that. I'm excited to watch my baby grow.
From that cute little guy he was
to a grown man. I'm excited to see.
And if he's a grown man, that means you are a mature woman.
No.
Wait. And now that he's going to graduate, does that mean you're going to be stop going to Disneyland all the time, or you're going to be?
No, are you crazy?
So Disneyland was you. That's you.
That's all me. All me.
Alrighty. D, ain't take a mess.
Yes.
You know what? They keep trying to take you out, but they keep missing the target. You know, understand?
What was they?
Yeah.
What was his name?
Hey, whoever was trying to get you in that accident last week. So I hope everything's okay.
Well, it's getting better.
Getting better.
Yes.
I know. I see you rolling in here in your wheelchair. I mean, she's all in a hammock and everything broken out pins. She can't turn her neck. You know. I mean, I'm glad you're safe and everything, and you did have full coverage insurance.
Absolutely.
Was not your fault.
No, it was not my fault.
Your daughter was driving, correct?
Still scary.
And the other motorists?
I guess they're okay. I don't know.
Were they insured?
One of them were.
One of them was.
Yeah.
I just want to say this to break stigma. Mm-hmm. The person responsible for the accident was not of Latin origin, were they?
Yeah.
I'm just saying because one joke is always, I got hit by a Mexican.
God.
With no insurance. So there you go. So the person that is ultimately responsible was a Caucasian. Am I correct?
Yes, from what I can tell.
From what you can tell, right? Yeah, and that's why you were on the ground doing the funky worm, trying to survive as they're putting you in the get up and go. But no, I just wanted to kind of bring that because whenever you say that, I just hate the fact that people use that stigma. I got hit by a Mexican, meaning a legal Mexican from Mexico, blah 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 blah, and that's not true. So. If it was a Caucasian guy, there you go. Anybody can get hit. The moral of the story is have insurance on your vehicle.
What insurance that you can get.
What are you doing driving without insurance? So, okay. As we know, I was out of town last week. And Dallas had a great time. My nephew graduated. I was in Anna, Texas, which is building up. A lot of people that are originally from Texas hasn't even heard of Anna, Texas. If you've been gone for a long time, because it's a brand new suburb. Basically they are now what Moreno Valley was, where it's just a bunch of houses they're building out there. It's right outside of Dallas, and going through Dallas, it's 40 minutes from. I mean, just to go, it's a nightmare. I know California driving is bad. That is some crazy
Houston's
stuff.
like that too.
Yeah.
Like no public. Well, there is public transportation, but not in the sticks.
Right. And everybody wants to drive their own car.
Everything is spread out.
Right. So you drive where you got to go. So I had a Hemi, Charger, so Dodge Charger. So we were fast and furious on the service roads. If they come on the service roads, the theater. So we had fun. Me and my brother had fun, and he graduated, and it was really a good experience. I gave him some good advice. I said, hey, if you think that your dad and your parents have done you so wrong and whatever, not that he's saying that, but my whole point to any young person is you be a better parent and do better for yourself.
Where's he going to school?
He's going to college down there because, Texas has a bunch of colleges that you've never even heard of, but he wants to be a doctor.
Oh, good.
So, and he wants to be a anesthesiologist, which is a doctor.
Get paid the most.
Yes, he does. But I told them, I said, at what cost are you willing to be a doctor?
My daughter wants a doctor, and then she realized, which I'm glad she changed her mind.
Sure.
That, you're on call, your time is not ever really your own.
And you're a resident at the bottom doing
Yeah, so she was like, no, that doesn't sound very appealing.
But is she doing it for the money or is she doing it for self?
She was doing it because she wanted to be an OBGYN.
Ooh, can't do it.
Right.
Can't do it. They got some ugly stuff. I mean, I'm just saying.
But yeah, she just realized her time wasn't going to be hers,
Right. So,
especially those that want to travel and do all these
yeah,
things.
yeah.
When you tie down to a hospital or a practice.
Right.
Especially OBGYN.
Yeah, and I was talking to some of his friends. They're like, oh, I want to do this and want to do that. And I said, you want to do this and you want to do that, and that's based on what? Well, I'm hoping to get this scholarship. You just graduated. What do you mean you're hoping to get a scholarship?
Yeah, you should already know that.
Yeah.
11th grade or
but,
so.
But then I told them, I said, like I told my nephew, I said, well, if you are, it's like me, I want to be a doctor. I said, what if I came to you and I said, hey, we'll make you be a doctor. We'll pay for everything. You'll leave college debt free, whatever. You just got to give us 12 years of your life. Right? Mm-hmm. Oh, I don't want to join the military. And I said, think about what you're saying. Well, not everybody in the military carries a gun.
True.
How many doctors do you know carry a gun?
Well, I guess, but in this climate, you guys are both military. Mm-hmm. Would you recommend somebody go to the military?
Yeah.
Under this administration.
Yes. Yes. If you're a doctor, yes.
Oh, yeah. If you're
a nurse, yes. A lawyer, yes.
You would have to go in there as that.
Yes, you do because you finished your degree in ROTC,
so
whatever college.
Why would you want to do that if you finish already?
Paying student loans.
They pay the loans off, money wise. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. What's the number one thing that keeps us from?
Well, yeah, the circumstances. Yeah, we're going, but
any
other
circumstances,
you weren't going in as a doctor.
Right, but my point is, how bad do you want to be a doctor?
Well,
are you willing to do that?
They're doing
100%
bonuses for people.
Right.
Fighter pilots are getting $90,000, $45,000 bonuses. Yes. Army, they're looking for all.
How about PR people? They look
well, those are what we call our protocol officers.
Yeah.
And those guys are usually in Andrews and like the big base. But the point is, you got to have a college degree. And if your full-time job is to go to college on ROTC and you didn't make it to the academy, you're getting paid an E5 stipend a month to go there. Then when you graduate, unlike a lot of college students who are graduating and have no job to go to, you have a job waiting for you.
Like my girlfriend she was military, she was weather, she was combat weather. She was like, okay, I'm married now, I got a couple kids, this is not my lane. Now, she's doing her clinicals, she's a commissioned second lieutenant, she's a nurse. I ain't mad, they paid for her whole
thing. All she's got to do is give 8 to 12 years or whatever she's going to do. But the point is, like I told him, here's always been my problem growing up. I actually believe everything that I say about myself. I actually believe it. And as you guys see, everything that I say is pretty much what it is.
Can you say the winning lotto numbers?
I said when it pertains to me. When it pertains to me.
Yeah.
Well, if I knew that, I wouldn't be in Edgemont. So, but good question, D. Good question. But no, but I was telling him as a young person, if that's really what you want to do, and you really mean it. I'm not saying go to the military. That ain't what I'm saying. But it's so funny when I was talking to his friends, they did not even have a military option. So if they don't become a nurse or a lawyer, their thing is, oh, that's it, game over. What do you mean game over?
You always have to have a plan A,
B, and C.
I wanted to be a doctor, realized that I was going to be sacrificing too much of my life.
Right.
I'm too young for this. And that's a lot of school.
Right, absolutely.
And no. So I did nursing. I got 2 clinicals and was like, this ain't for me.
Right.
It just wasn't for me.
Right. But and we know doctors take a long time, lawyers take a long time. I sponsor a young lady who's into law school right now, but she's already finished her degree and went into law school.
Yeah.
She knows that's what she wants to do. So to help her financially, the little stuff that I do to help her is going to keep her in school because that's what she wants to do.
Yeah.
But I told him, it's so funny how these young people who don't have their fathers in their lives, they live in single family homes, and women don't join the military by and far often as compared to men in general. They don't steer their sons to have that option. And that's why I told him, I said, I'm not trying to recruit you. I'm saying if you believe in what you're saying and you really want to be a doctor, any avenue that is open to you, take it. Oh, I don't know what to do. You're a doctor.
I think a lot of people just don't understand that there's options out there.
Right.
And everyone is so quick to limit themselves in this little box.
Well, it's ignorance of infantry. Not everybody in the military is going to carry a gun.
Just like everyone thinks, oh, you're in the Air Force, do you fly?
Yeah, right.
I mean, really?
Right. Very, it's very ignorant thing. But like I'm talking to your brother right now, he says it all the time because Donovan, you should have took me with you when you joined the boot camp because I'd be done right now, knowing what he was right now.
Yeah.
But that's water under the bridge.
Yeah.
So anyway, moving on. It was really great. The weather was really bad out there. We got one clear day the next day. Then came back home and picked up my dog and my cats, and everything is good. So life is good. And speaking of dogs and cats, how's the new fur baby working out for you?
My Aria just picked her up from the vet. She's 6 pounds 2 ounces.
Mm-hmm. And she got her vet check and everything?
Yes. She's
and where did you get this animal?
At the animal shelter.
Here in Maryland?
Yeah.
Okay. They held this one for you this time?
No. I put an interest in one for 2 different cats.
Mm-hmm.
Showed up because it was a Friday. Everything under the sun that was adoptable was gone.
That's a good thing.
Which is great.
Right.
Which is great. Because there were lots of kittens, there were even older cats, because a lot of people
I love older
shy
cats.
from getting older cats. And I walked into the cattery, and there was this little cat just sitting there. I was like, oh, you're cute, you're cute, you're cute.
Just had litter, right?
And I was just playing, I'm just playing with all the kitties, and there was this beautiful Siamese with these big, gorgeous blue eyes just sitting there, and she had a little paw out, and we were just playing back and forth, and I said, okay, I want to play with her. And she was like, okay, and then she just licked my face and was cuddling with me, and I said, oh my God, I love you, you love me, let's go home.
Absolutely. And you said she already had a litter of kittens.
All the Siamese kitties that were there and were hers.
Okay, gotcha. And
So,
how old is she?
2.
Ooh, starting young.
I know. But, she's big now, so no more. She's healing great. Her little scar is good.
Good.
So
Felipe is waiting on her.
She's extremely spoiled.
Good.
She's got her own little kitty condo.
She's a loud purr.
Yes. Her motor runs very, very loud.
Does she sleep with you or the boys?
She sleeps all over. Now she has her kitty condo, so she's kind of... Oh, her kitty condo is amazing.
Oh, no, I saw it in your video. How much did that one cost? May I ask?
Don't judge me.
Hey, you're balling. So, you're balling, so I can't judge.
I paid $200 for it.
Okay, yeah.
But it's cute. Wood, and it doesn't have carpet on it. It's all modern.
She can scratch on it.
She's got all kinds of lovely little cat toys.
Does she use it?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes, she's very playful, very loving. We were sitting out on the balcony, and she was like, I'm chilling. Right. She was enjoying the breeze.
Okay, great. So that's good news about our animal shelter. At least, people are going there and adopting and
oh my goodness,
trying to turn things around.
Was going every other day for a couple weeks.
I remember.
And there was bunnies, and I come back, and the bunnies were gone. It was so the animal shelter and the people that support them, they got a really good system going on. All those kitties were even the smaller cats. They were too young to be adopted.
Right, at that
they
time.
were being fostered.
Okay,
left and right.
Yeah, I'm thinking about getting into the foster program myself, but depending on how Belle acts, I don't know.
Look, Belle said, "What
yeah, she's my problem dog there." But that's good. So you got your little family member, and she's going to give you a lot of years of love and attention, and and that'll be a good thing. And like I said, as you see, my cats are nowhere to be found because
where are your cats?
Misty, the older cat, is sleeping in the back room, and Faye is chilling in the garage after being in the neighbor's bushes all day. He likes to sleep outside all day. Then he wants to crawl his dusty butt into my
alley cat.
Yeah, well, country cat.
They're not supposed to be outdoor cats.
They're indoor cats.
Strictly indoor cats.
Yeah, I bought some stuff. I'm going to put some diazin on for insects where Felipe sleeps over there. To bring home fleas or anything, into the house and stuff. Because I brush them every day.
Yeah. Someone just told me about this. I bought it the other day, and it's for mosquitoes, fleas, ticks, all that
stuff, all the things. You just throw that in your yard and brush it in their hair and brush it out. And
You guys are speaking a different language.
Yes, that's
I
right.
was like hearing cat condos and
My
Russian cats.
Look, my cat is rotten.
Yes.
She's like organic, gluten-free.
I can't wait to meet her. She's going to be a great
She's
thing.
sweet as punch, except when we left, she
Yeah.
got a shot.
Well, I'm going to tell you this. As you always, grow older and stuff, it's always good to bring in that furry family member to relieve that need.
We've always been pet people.
Sure.
So growing up, I've always had a dog, dogs, and I've had dogs and rabbits growing up. Because in River Tucky, we could have rabbits.
Right.
So, and then growing up as the kids got older, for the most part, we've had dogs. We had Rebel when he was a little kid in Tampa. And then, of course, Rotties are susceptible to cancer. So he ended up getting cancer, and he died when he was little. But we've always had dogs.
Animals
We've
in your
always
lives.
had animals.
That's good.
But now we have a turtle, a dog, and a cat.
Yeah, I saw the old terminal aquarium there. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, doesn't that stink though?
No.
If you clean it, like you're supposed
He has
to.
a submersible pump
Right,
that
okay.
constantly he
It
has to have the water
filters
circulation.
filter. Yeah. So, I go to some people's house and it doesn't do
Oh, no,
it,
'cause
and you
I can't-
smell the turtle.
No, because my house is very eco-friendly.
Right. Right.
We have
right.
flushable cat litter.
Right.
No,
Right.
I'm weird.
Yeah, the funny thing is I've got cat litter for my cats, but they go outside and they do their business. And I'm like, I'm cool with it. That's why you don't smell the litter box in the house or anything like that. So,
Yeah, you can't smell my cat. I smell my cat at all. So.
Right. Yeah, she's
I'm
gonna.
weird about that.
And she's short hair. She's a Siamese, so she isn't shedding anything major.
She is right now,
Okay.
but
Yeah,
she
just
needs to be
brush her.
groomed.
Yeah, just brush her daily. I have to
really-
brush them daily.
I'm going to take her to a groomer in Temecula. It's supposed to be an eco-friendly,
Ooh.
chemical-free groomer.
Well, I'm not balling like that. Everything that I do is by hand. So yeah.
On YouTube?
Yeah, I got YouTube. Hey, I'm not ashamed. I live in Edgemont. What do you expect? I mean, come on. But anyway, moving forward, Dee, how is your planned move to Houston? How's everything going?
It's going.
And
It's
I know you want to.
exciting.
I know you don't want to get into your thing, but this is your home base.
What,
You are from the
Riverside?
island, Riverside.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yes.
Are you taking Deanna with you? You're gonna.
Well, she's going to school. She's,
Oh, that's right. She's out of here, from San
yeah,
Francisco, and then after this payday hits, it's on and
You know
cracking.
what? No, and she'll obviously end up. Well, I don't know. She she kind of wants to travel the
Sure.
world and stuff. So
Why not?
Well, you
Why not?
yeah, eventually. That's
While
what
you're
I told her.
young,
No
do it while
kids,
you're
no
young.
responsibility.
Yeah.
So
Pick up and go. So
we'll meet up
that's a good thing.
eventually.
Yeah. Well, you definitely got to come back and see your brother and visit
Oh
your
yeah,
nieces
yeah.
and nephews.
I'll be back probably. Plan on once a month.
Once a month, being back here. Okay, well that'll work out. Is Al going to let you?
I hope so.
She said, I hope so.
I didn't want to come off. What you mean? You gonna at me?
Yeah, no, just
He might
saying,
be
you
like,
know.
wait.
I mean, they're so in love and stuff. He might just not let her go
Yeah,
by
they be on
herself.
Facebook all of the
It's
love.
sickening.
All of the love. It's like homework.
Right,
just
right,
threw up
right.
all over my computer.
But he's a good guy, so I'll give you that. I mean, he has my approval thing because you have dated some
It's a real nice guy.
nice guys. They're so nice they're not even around anymore.
Right. Too nice.
Too nice,
Too
right.
good to be true.
Right. So tonight is election night, as you guys are aware, and
How exciting.
I'm going to ask you guys just real quick. Well, I'm not going to ask you. It's going to be real quick because we're going to waiting for the results. Has anything come in yet?
I'm hitting refresh right now, and no.
Nothing yet. And that is kind of unusual. You would think it would have something up as you have absentee ballots and all this other stuff like that. And some of that should have been sorted by now. But this is Moreno Valley, so I've seen different things. But Dee, what is your prediction, if any, you have on the candidates? You have Baker, Barnard, Diaz, and Useless.
Oh, here we go.
You know, we've been wrong before.
Yes, I could not believe I lost that election. I can't.
It's honestly hard to say. I would say it's probably anybody's race at this point.
Do you think it's going to be a close race?
Yeah.
And why is that? Based on what?
Just probably because it's a low voter turnout. It's not, real like a national election or anything like that. A lot of people, they're probably just not going to vote. Per the results that Tay gave, the absentee ballots are very low.
Right. Well, what was the absentee ballots?
11,352 by mail ballots were issued, and 1,259 have been returned.
Wow, that is low because
Very low.
that district has at least 40,000 people in it.
So how many will actually get out of their house and go vote?
But
Right.
this isn't including the redistrict
Right.
District 4.
Right.
This is just the old
Older
District
District
4,
4, right.
which again was discussed earlier. I said you had turned a lot of people off because people were already into the debates and they were engaged with candidates and all this other fun stuff to turn around, and all these people were like, well, wait a minute, so my vote doesn't count
Right,
because
I
they're
can't
not
vote.
new District 4. They're new District 4. So a lot of going to be a lot of one, disgruntled people, and then two, a lot of people. I've talked to a couple District 4 residents that didn't really vote
Right.
because big money is running the city, and they're just like, it's just not going to happen.
So then they don't go vote, and then big money get in, because at this point it's going to be whoever went to the doors, knocked on the doors, and got the most people to for sure agree to go vote. That's who's going to win.
Right. It's kind of Donald Trump syndrome right now. It's funny how the people that voted for Trump are now pissed off because, what do you mean ACA's Obamacare? But you got this 70-year-old senile man, and I'm not a Trump basher. I'm saying it for what it is.
No, it is what it is. That dude's got some issues.
Right. But the thing is, I blame the people who voted for him because what were you thinking?
They were thinking us.
Now we all have to suffer. A millionaire will never be like you.
That's
period.
what they were thinking. I mean, even the people who are in the sticks of Alabama were thinking he's just like us. He understands my needs.
He's never been like us.
Right, never, ever.
But that's sold him. He sold him on the idea.
Right,
I
populist. He ran as a populist, right?
But the sad part is people were sold a dream. They absolutely believed it, and now they're like, damn.
What happened?
You can't apply the lemon law here.
Right. Well, you can, but I mean, I was in Texas. I was talking to people about politics, of course, and at the end of the day, no matter what their argument was, I said, "What you gonna do?" Today, what you gonna do?
Again,
you're sitting here complaining, whatever. What are you gonna do?
Well, you have 2018 to get it right, or at least try to make up some of it.
But a recall is a recall is always a thing and an option.
You mean impeachment?
Yeah, impeachment, and that's going to happen.
But then, we do that, and then who do we get?
But see, Bill Clinton was
right.
But you know what? To be honest, at this point, I'd rather take Pence to deal with
right, because
Trump.
Pence knows how the system works.
He's scary too.
No, he's scary, but Bush was scary too.
But at least
he knows the system.
But I think Pence can be controlled
more. I don't think it's going to be controlled
Trump.
because he was in Congress before, so he knows how the system works. It's one party. It doesn't matter what party you're in. It's the ruling party. The problem with Trump is he's a so-called businessman, a failed businessman that doesn't know government cannot be operated like a business.
Well, so far he's doing a good job at it, operating it like a business.
No, he's not.
Well, for his benefit.
Oh yeah, for his benefit, but
well, the problem. Look at what he's doing. There's State Department holes in the State Department that haven't a couple hundred vacancies. He hasn't even identified yet.
Okay, so, I'm going to play Sean here for a minute, but that's because the Democrats are obstructing. Really? The Democrats can obstruct if he doesn't nominate somebody.
You can't. He hasn't nominated.
I'm not trying to dog you, Sean. I'm just saying, being that right on the right thing. You got to nominate somebody to be obstructed.
Whole infrastructure thing he's talking about.
Wait, didn't Obama want that when the economy was in free fall, and they obstructed that? But go ahead.
Infrastructure is
Trump.
But he talked about infrastructure, but the only thing he talked about was air traffic control. Okay, that's great, but that's not. We're talking about infrastructure.
Well, and the funny thing, somebody who has a degree in aeronautics and who worked in the aeronautical field, we are already on a new system of everything. That's why you can go to the phone, and satellite tracking is already being one, and that is how they most ATCs operate their flights now because of satellite tracking. That's why anybody on a smartphone, somebody coming into town, they tell you, I'm on this flight. You can punch up your smartphone and you'll see the plane moving on your smartphone and exactly where it's at, pinpointed in thing. ATC's a little bit more precise about it, but basically we're already on an upgraded thing. So, here's another, once again, Donald Trump talking about what he doesn't know.
That's the impression that I've always gotten about him, especially now that he's president, that this dude has no clue as to what he's talking about. Obviously he's reading some talking points, but he's jacking them up.
Right.
Well, this was when he went overseas. That was the first time he really.
I love the way he pushed that guy out of the way. Get the hell out of it.
I know that. That was so embarrassing.
The ugly American for
because
everybody to see.
he plays into that
Yes.
stereotype. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
When you're overseas.
They tell us you're an
and
ambassador and you got to conduct yourself.
You're an American.
He wasn't even subtle about it. I mean, just
What I loved is when he popped that coat. Pang!
Yeah.
Pang!
what would he have done if that dude would just elbowed him in the throat like?
I wish he would have. But remember that Living Color skit? There was a Townsend in Partners in Crime on HBO. He had that one skit where like, get that fly, super fly. He was like, get out my way, bitch.
But it's like you can't. This entitlement, sense of entitlement when he goes overseas and he thinks that everyone's supposed to just be
Bow
so
down.
grateful.
People are
And then
walking. He's in a golf cart.
But then he talked about Hillary stamina. Hillary did a whole world tour.
Uh-oh.
Didn't tap out once. You go overseas for a week.
I'm tired. No, in the second day he was tired.
He's canceling meetings.
Yeah.
Because he's tired.
He really doesn't want to do the job.
Right.
He wants to do it the way he wants to. He doesn't want to do it
See,
the way it's supposed to.
no. Here's what he's a megalomaniac, and this is what I think. This is my opinion. He ran because every time he would threaten to run, everyone's like, "Oh, you ain't gonna do it because you ain't gonna win." So he ran and he won. Even when that picture of him and Obama when they were like talking, that look on his face, this is real. This is real.
Right.
He didn't anticipate on winning, but he'd like to show us because if you look at him, he spends more time on the golf course
And tweeting.
than anything else.
So I don't know if you guys want daily press briefings like I do.
I do.
Because
I do.
I find sheer and utter joy.
Yes, I have a good friend on there, Francesca Chambers.
That works in the White House?
Yeah, she's on the White House. She doesn't work in the White House. She's with the press corps.
Oh, no, I have a friend that works in the White House.
Okay, yeah, I have my friend in the Secret Service, but he I can't reveal his name because he's not very fond of what's going on. Right?
No, I have a couple of really good friends that I used to be stationed with that are now part of the White House. And my goodness, when they talk about the chaos,
that's going on.
It's true.
Very true.
Absolutely,
you can
true.
see that thing's going on crazy.
Absolutely
Yeah.
true.
Right.
When they talk about the president's tweets, Sean Spicer was like, well, his words stand for himself. Now, his tweets on his POTUS account and on his Donald J. Trump account are all part of the presidential records. So
Right.
we're going to look back on this
What a crazy
at the
man.
Donald J. Trump Presidential Library and have, my God.
Yeah, but I don't think he's going to last his presidency because he's not going to. He's going to quit. He's a quitter. Yeah, he's going to tap out.
You think he's going to tap?
Yeah.
I think his ego is not going to.
No, he's going to tap.
He's going to get all the money he can.
Yeah, and that's all it's about. He's going to try to minimize the money, but as in his agenda, failed agenda.
He's been president.
Well, he hasn't accomplished
Not even
anything.
20. Yeah, it hasn't been 200 days yet.
And his daughter's already gotten $100 million, to her foundation.
Well, and International just got $270,000 from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia.
Right.
And then if I keep rolling,
Right. The ethics.
There you have it.
The ethics waivers that were going to people in his cabinet right now.
Right.
What's the
It's
point of
what?
having ethics if you're going to give them a waiver?
14,
That is so stupid.
14 ethics waivers so far.
And again, executive orders out the union.
Why would they need a waiver? You're going to be acting unethically?
Well,
Thank
he
you.
had put,
Thank
but
you.
these are the people that if you're any part of government and then you leave and then you can't come back as a lobbyist.
Right.
But
For
we're
5
just gonna,
years.
But we're going to go ahead and waive that. How?
Only in America. Don
And the
King.
crazy part to me, though, is people who are still on his team that voted for him, they justify it's like, it just sounds stupid.
Obama did it.
Yeah.
Obama did it.
I'm like,
Or he's not bowing down. Look
Right.
at him. He's showing
Yes.
strength. It's like he shoved the dude out the way.
Right,
What
yeah.
did this guy do?
It's crazy. It's crazy.
it's just like he was in Saudi talking about, we need to, stand together. We can all combat terrorism. Yay. He gets to Israel and he's basically like, fuck y'all Muslims.
Right.
I don't, how are
Right.
we doing this? Do you not realize that these are the same people that you don't have to deal with?
Right.
And I'm just like, what, the double talk.
Well,
and then he slams Mayor Khan in London.
Well, that goes to show you the blatant racism that is acceptable now. That's why you've got people coming out of the woodworks thinking that they can just go beat up Mexicans and blacks and.
I say this before. I used to. I won't say I was joking about it, but half-heartedly. But lately, I've been getting me a permit to carry because
Yeah.
people are out of their minds. You just never know where you're going to be, and somebody's going to try something with you. I'm not going to fight nobody. I'll tell you that much.
Right. You understand when he went to the wall in Israel, is that so he can figure out how he could build one here?
Did you see the meme I
You
posted?
silly.
Did I
Yes,
text it to you?
yeah.
Build you.
Yes, exactly. He's ran.
I will say that the comedy that has come out from this, being SNL and
like
Jimmy
Kathy
Fallon.
Griffin, though.
Oh yeah, what was your thought
poor
about that?
Kathy. Oh man, talk about. Okay, so here's my. I'm not mad about it at all. The only reason why I'm not is because everyone has their panties in a wad about this, and they're, oh my gosh, what about Barron? Where were y'all talking about Sasha and Malia when Daddy was being, effigies were being hung? People were saying they should assassinate him. Ted Nugent said he should die, and then got a White House.
Sasha and Malia,
and then they talked about them. They talked about them poor girls and their mama unnecessarily, but Kathy Griffin puts out a bloodied head, and it's now a national crisis. The hypocrisy is so amazing.
I think what people need to see is the bigger picture, though. You're having, all these comedians and different public figures. They're literally being censored. Now, was the bloody head over the top? Yeah, baby.
Free
Right. But to have the CIA investigating her, and that's like, come on, dude.
It's called bullying, and
but then he called her out on social.
Right.
He basically unleashed the dogs on her.
Yeah.
And he did that to Rosie O'Donnell numerous times. But he has this consistent bullying.
a rich person born into wealth like that. It's called affluenza.
Well, his dad only loaned him $1 million.
I mean,
or gave it to him.
Right.
He only gave him $1 million.
Yeah, I got a small loan from my daughter in the 70s, from my dad in the 70s of $3 million.
And then in the 70s, $3 million
was a lot of money. So I don't know what he's doing with that, but we got a long way to go. And so since we're talking about shenanigans at the national level, let's talk about shenanigans at the local level. Recently,
I thought you were going to talk about Bill Maher. Okay.
MV Gordy has exposed this young, useless Crebaris. And let's talk about it because that's the elephant in the room. It came out yesterday. He was warned, he was warned by the Riverside District Attorney.
Yes, and people were like, well, how come MV Gordy knows this? It's because MV Gordy was the one who filed the complaint.
Had to be. I mean,
it was MV Gordy that filed the complaint.
Has to be.
So there it is. And he has said it publicly. That's the only reason why I'm saying it is because he was the one who filed the complaint. Right. So that's how he knows.
Everybody knows MV Gordy is the Dark Knight of the city. And that I'm not saying that in a bad as in the regards of Batman. He looks over and sees things and puts it out there.
He's not afraid to, he doesn't bite his tongue.
Right, no. Exactly. He's going to tell it the way it is. And if you want to believe it or not, here are the facts. Here's the proof.
I mean, he put out a very detailed background history. And
as he always does.
I mean, he's thorough in his details. And, some people popped up online. Your boy did. And I said,
Evan?
Find me the lie. Find the lie.
Evan Moore?
Of course.
Oh, you're going to have to read that to me because according to what I understand, he's supposed to stay his ass off of social media.
Oh, well, okay.
So, but I'm going to read you this quote from this one lady real quick. And she was talking about the revelation. She says, at such a young age, purge yourself. Wow. I got up and said that we needed an ethics committee. Well, then, there you have it. Yes, we, Moreno Valley, need an ethics committee. So once you file, you can't reclaim yourself. Boo-woo. Kelly Fitzpatrick agreed, but the committee can't be made up of crooks. So we're starting to get the feedback on that. I hope that, that is too late.
Well, in my opinion, I say take everything over at City Hall, and we got to throw the whole thing away and start over. And I mean, city staff, everybody, throw the whole... We have to. There's no way that with the current city staff and the lying down that they do, with Gutierrez, not doing canceling quorums and meetings,
right?
And all this
And the thing is,
campaign. He's not even going to work as an educator,
right.
as a special needs educator. He's not even going to work because he's running Cabrera's campaign.
Right.
Come on,
right? But idiot Cabrera's, idiot and Cabrera's, the guy is so weak. It's just ridiculous. I would just. He's so tough. I hate these little nerds that run around there. and they use their position like so damn tough. But if you would see them in a tavern somewhere,
Okay, let me ask this: what happens if he wins?
we are a failed city.
We're screwed.
We're a failed city.
Highland, Miss Ito Benbeezy.
That's the 3-0 club, and he has the majority.
Own Moreno Valley.
I mean, that would justify.
Then what do residents do? What do you guys do?
You're gonna be like my neighbors who
White
have
flight.
a U-Haul parked out
White
front,
flight.
and they're leaving.
Yeah, white flight. That's it. We're going to be the new East LA, basically the new East LA, where there's going to be nothing here but trucking and logistics. That's all there is to it. We will be considered a Somalia of America, a failed city, a literally failed city. With, I mean, how many reports does a DA need of corruption and stuff before he comes in here and starts arresting people? That's why I've been talking about the long ball of
Is
getting.
he in cahoots?
Well, he got campaign contributions from Ito, I'm very sure. But my point is, if we can get Aja Smith elected, that's why I keep talking about long ball. She'll be on the federal level. You don't think she's going to direct some federal investigators to come in here in the city that she lives in and help us clean this stuff up?
Have you guys asked Mark Takano to do that?
Several.
And
Well, we need jobs. You know, he's a politician now.
he's taking the money too.
Of course. Anybody that takes a picture with Victoria Baca and goes to her committee and stuff, they're all on the same team. They're politicians.
Which is sad.
You know, I mean, they don't represent us; they represent their donors. Because if you ask them a straight, it's like if you ask them a straight question: are you for warehousing? Are you not? I'm for jobs.
Yes. Just say yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Right.
I don't want to hear this around the way
Because
thing.
you can even say yes, I'm for warehouses, but I'm not. I'm not for the oversaturation of warehouses, and that's Moreno
Right.
Valley.
He tries to set the
oversaturated.
fence.
I'll
Jose
tell y'all,
Medina, same thing.
I hate
What?
driving here from Riverside.
I hate driving.
I hate. Yeah,
It shouldn't take me as long as it takes me to get here. There's trucks, once I pass a certain part, that 215.
yeah. But remember back in the day, that was Monday through Friday. At least on the weekends, you knew you can go somewhere. You can't even do it on the
There
weekends
was
now.
an
Like on the
accident
weekends.
on the 215 when I was coming up work early to take the cat to the vet. So it was like 3:15, 3:30, and it was ways accident. So I got off at Harley Knox,
Sure.
so I can take Harley Knox up on Paris. And it was literally truck. Even in the morning when I'm to work, truck. I have a huge star on my windshield now because of
Right.
these trucks
Dropping
on the
this
road,
stuff, yeah.
dropping rocks.
But Ito controls the truck, so the flow of traffic in the morning shouldn't impede anything. Now, if we're having all this traffic now, what are we going to do when we get 14,000 trucks additional?
It's middle driving over here. I'm not kidding.
It's
It's
horrible.
bad.
Even on the service street, because everybody's got the same idea.
Yep.
So we're in deep doo-doo, people. And so now we got this 22-year-old kid, Tay. What is your take on Useless Kerberos? I mean, just from especially what came out today. If he's lying and fabricating a history of business and all this stuff at 22 years old, he's caught dead to rights. I mean, even when I asked him in the video, what experience do you bring to be leadership? He was a busboy at a restaurant. What kind of answer
You know
is
what
that?
though? But the shame is not going to be on him if he wins. It's going to be on the people who voted for him or who didn't vote against him. That's where the shame is. With all that information out there about the guy, and he still wins.
And not even that, because of the tactics that have gone around with.
Has anybody seen Louise the Clown?
The event he just had, I was looking through the
For her,
pictures.
for the pictures?
Looking for
Louise is nowhere to be found.
Nowhere to be found.
I think the cops are still looking for her, looking into that
I don't know
video.
if she's doing the lamb, she's doing a Thelma and Louise thing.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
Have you noticed that we have not seen her since that video?
We know that they're filming the new It.
Right.
I don't know where Pennywise
Now,
is, but she's hiding.
now, remember, Tay.
I'm sorry, that was rude. I called her Pennywise.
Now, Tay. Remember, you were incredulous as you saw her come back to the scene of the crime.
Who does that? Who does that? No,
She
nobody
came
does
back
that.
to argue at the people who caught her on video.
But she just seems like she's one of those where she's got to get the last word.
Yes,
in.
yes.
So I know I just committed a crime and I have these minors with me, but you know what? Damn it, I'm getting this last.
Yes.
They said they were going to stop. They're not doing it no more.
Yeah,
So
we're
like,
gonna.
no more.
Yeah, wait.
Which means they was doing it
You were
before
doing
that.
it before that.
This.
Right.
So you
wait,
just to do
wait,
it.
and then you didn't hear this part. Kid, get in the car. We gotta go to the other street.
Yeah.
We gotta go to the other street to do it over.
I don't know. It's just this whole election. It's just hilarious because people have done everything to just slander. I mean, Alicia Espinosa.
Oh my gosh!
She went full tilt to.
Why do you think she's so on
and she talked
Mr.
about
Diaz?
His marriage, his kid. I mean, and I said first of all, and then she went fishing through his Facebook. To his family members and their photos. And I said, you know,
that's too far. That's too far.
Creepy.
Right. Yeah.
Who are you?
Well,
we know who you are, but I'm just saying, don't throw stones.
The thing is, they have to do that to get hit pieces on people.
But she's going for Baker. But I'm saying, if you're going to sit here and grandstand for a candidate and then do dirty behavior, you're making that candidate look bad.
So she's
for Baker. Yes. And I was like, girl, don't tell nobody you for Baker doing all this on Facebook.
Well, yeah, because that stuff sounds like the stuff that Bachman doing.
Right.
But yeah, and that's the thing. I'm like, Baker's not that. That's not how he rolls.
Right.
So don't bring that level of negativity to that camp or associate.
Or don't associate yourself with that camp.
Because nobody wants to be part of that because you're tarnishing his image when he has no part of that.
Thus is why Donovan has not endorsed any candidate ever because I don't want to hurt them or.
I think this election, even everybody's been hands off.
Wow.
Nobody's been wanting to really.
Get involved
just
like that.
We were talking. Shalinda
Bernard.
Very nice lady.
Yes.
I think her and her husband are wonderful
people.
However, she's endorsed by the Pedons, and then this whole situation with the Pedons
and
I was like, that didn't need to happen.
Right.
Well, okay, this play devil got
because people are guilty by
association.
People are guilty by association. I'm guilty for being friends with Donovan, so I'm a
but you should be friends with Evan Moron because I believe in rape and all this other stuff, but you should be friends with him, but not Donovan because he's exposing all the crap that's going on in the city.
Because who was actually speaking now? Was that you, Raphael, or
No, that was me.
Oh, okay.
Even though I'm 38, I'm 39, I don't do high school. I don't have to, I can't be friends with him. I can't be friends with. I don't do that. I'm cool with everybody across the board until you get to that level of disrespect, or you just rub me the wrong way, and I don't want your vibe is something I don't want to be a part of.
Right.
So, yeah, I don't the high school thing.
And the thing with Mr. Moron, my understanding is he's supposed to stay off social media because he represents the Mirabel Unified School District.
I don't think he's listening.
Yeah, quite a bit.
Well, I guess I'll have to give a call to Cleveland Johnson and let him know that Mr. Moron is up to his old shenanigans again. And by the way, Tay, is he still mentioning me in his rants and posts and stuff? Because if he is, he's slandering me as a public official and looking to some litigation about that.
He's a special man.
Very, very special. Very, very special. And then, when he tried to deny it, did you see that post when he was like, well, I don't do that, or, that's not true what Donovan's saying.
What I've learned is screenshots.
Right. Now, you've seen the videos.
Yeah.
You've seen
my gosh, it bothers me to this day. And I told him it bothered me.
Yeah, and you've seen the pictures. So could you please tell me?
Daughter, though.
Right.
How do you blame a little kid?
That is scandalous.
Yeah,
that is scandalous.
His daughters weren't in the videos of that.
No, but he says that his daughter likes the videos. He made
your daughter likes rape videos of Barbies? He should have just left it alone.
What babies are you?
Right.
Yeah, he should have left it alone.
And again, what comedy show are you?
And who was that funny to?
Yeah, are you going to the KKK annual rally or what's going on?
Ain't nothing funny because.
But again, like I tell people, if what I'm saying is untrue, I had to go dig up the article and show people. Here it is again. It's in the Press Enterprise. I'm not saying it's something that's untrue, but it is what it is. But we're going to get more into that in the second hour as we get to it. So far, so good. Any results coming in yet?
Oh, let me look.
Election.
No, they
Nothing
haven't
yet.
updated anything.
Okay, we'll see you guys in the next hour. Stand by.